My name is Ariel Martinez and I am the director of this shoot. It's a product shoot for HSI Professional products. So I was contacted by Brad Bitton, is a representative of HSI Professional, and he asked me to put together this infomercial. And I have, in terms of cameraman, producers, grip and lighting trucks, talents, I don't have a wide variety of options to pick from. So I just called the people that I knew how they work and I knew how they are as a person more than anything.
I had worked with the director, Ariel Martinez, on other projects, so he contacted me to help him out as far as producing.
And what I want for every shoot is for me to have fun and have fun with my cast and crew and have a good time and not let them feel like this is a job, but more so it's playtime. Although they understand the importance of getting serious on set, you know, when it needs to be. Because I don't normally do shoots this caliber, I needed something that I was able to rely on. I didn't want to get a camera that I was going to be learning on set.
I think he wanted to go with the FS7 because it could shoot 10-bit 422 4K internally, a true 4K, not UHD. He has an FS5, which is kind of like the baby brother of the camera, and he knew it would pair well because the FS7 is like a little bit of a higher quality.
So I went with something that I was more comfortable with, knew how the workflow of it went, even in post-production. And that is why, you know, I chose the Sony cameras FS5 and the FS7.
The lighting techniques today were pretty basic. We just had a bunch of CFL bulb lights, just like blasting light through full light grid, just to kind of like wash out the actor. It was a beauty shoot, so they didn't want any shadows. They just wanted kind of a glowing beauty look.
It's a little different from other sets that I've been on. The focus is definitely very different because all the other shoots, you know, it's just about the image initially, and also like your lines. And here it's, you know, it's the product. The product's a lot more important than how I stand in the shoot. This is actually my first time doing an infomercial, and it's also my first time doing a hair commercial in general. More
than anything, we wanted to make sure that it gave the product the identity that it deserves.
We only had 2 different locations. For the first one, it was already pretty much lit with practicals, and we just needed a light to accent the wall.
Whatever I usually do, a 3-point lighting, I just did it this way with a lot more lights. I knew that I was having a background that I was going to be lighting up, and I had a lot of space, so I needed a lot of lights to make sure I have my key lights, my fill lights. So today we had several personnel really late on set. There was some miscommunication with some of the people that we hired.
We had to kind of problem solve and scramble to find, you know, additional makeup artists and hairstylists. And very thankfully, I know and I'm friends with a makeup artist and hairstylist. So it just so happens that she was available today, and we were able to have an additional makeup and hairstylist.
We actually started our production an hour and a half late, so we're really running behind on time, and I had to go through my shot list with my client and ask him which shots are priority right now to make sure that we get those locked in.
Honestly, the lens choice that we went was just out of practicality. We didn't have a ton of lenses on set today. We ended up just using mainly my 24-70 2.8 Mark II and my 70-200 2.8 Mark II IS. And so it was more about just being able to kind of chug through the day and use those zooms and to, you know, go as quickly as possible while still retaining the quality.
I think the most interesting part about this production is that half of this cast and crew speaks one language and the other half speaks another. I personally only speak English, but one of the other actors, she only speaks Spanish. So speaking with her initially, trying to figure it out, bridge this gap, it was cool because I actually got to learn some Spanish, and she actually started speaking English shortly afterwards.
I mean, I probably work in Miami like once a week, so I'm no stranger to being the only like white guy or being the only like non-Spanish speaking person.
There was definitely a tiny language barrier. However, we knocked that down really quickly. You know, the few people who could speak both languages, whether it was they were really good at both languages or only dabbled in the other, we so quickly, everyone knew who to talk to when they needed to get their points across, and the communication went from like, are we gonna be okay, to like through the roof, and instantly we were all on the same page, which was really cool.
All the crew and all the cast has been very awesome to work with and very easygoing, which is always a plus. And they've made the process of today go a lot smoother, even when there's, you know, obstacles in production, which there always will be. We still overcome them and we get the job done and make it look amazing.
It was a very low stress day, and you know, everyone else was just really cool to work with. All the actors were really nice. They all did an amazing job.
So every person I've gotten to meet is talented in so many ways, and it's honestly pretty inspiring to be surrounded by so many people who love the arts just like me.
For the most part, our shoot today went extremely smooth considering the setbacks that we had earlier. Our client was extremely happy, and that makes me extremely happy. Now, hopefully we can keep them that way. Now we go into post-production to put this piece together. So that's a wrap here for the HSI Professional product shoot. It was actually a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of new people, and it was just a blast. It was one of the first times that I've directed a shoot like this, and it was a lot of fun, and I definitely want to continue doing that. Once again, thank you for everyone that helped out and for being a part of this, and I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.